Okay, so recently you may have seen these ads for Trolls 2 on YouTube, and well, my personal only response to this is what's the word? Pain. So now I may hear the 7-year-olds in the comments right now going, "Neil, you're a poopy head. I bought the Trolls body pillow and I enjoyed the movie so much." And then I hear the other half of you saying, "Hey, no, why the hell did you make this? Because, well, it's a kids movie." And the answer to both of those is that, well, it's hot garbage, and there's nothing more that I love than hot garbage. So, okay, let's start with the positives. The movie is actually pretty aesthetically pleasing for, well, the kids movie. It's clear that anyone that didn't touch the script, he put in a lot of effort. Well, not a lot, but they actually, put in effort. And the music composed for the self-composed music for the movie is actually, quite okay. It's not perfect, but it still does its job and works quite well. So I'm actually gonna show a little bit of like the video here, or with the trailer, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't seen parts of it, and I'm assuming, well, a lot of you haven't. Maybe, I don't know. Also, I would like to point out down here my new favorite kids channel of all time, if I can find it. Come Play With Me. This was made by adults for kids. Let that sink in. Like, yes, my favorite hip hop artist, Glitter Boy. Get out of here, Kanye. Out of here, Eminem. We have a new challenger on the block. You should be scared and afraid of Glitter Boy. He's gonna come for you and he's gonna ruin your lives. Ah, yes, the most hip hop thing ever. Glitter.
She wants to destroy us. We need to unite the trolls to save all music.
Ah, yes, the greatest threat to music ever. Rock and roll. Those Beatles, they're very scary. You know what? The most scary thing to the music industry I've seen recently? Rock and roll. Queen, like, oh my god, man. Like, one time I heard them say a bad word. Like, oh, like, it's sinful. Like, our kids are gonna have their brains, like, rotted out.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want.
Boomer. This is just a definition for all of it. It just. Oh my god. Okay, okay. This movie was made by a bunch of. Okay, so like the 60s and 70s, where it's like the whole thing of rock and roll is sinful, and our kids are gonna have like their brains rotted out because this music is telling non-establishment ideas. That's basically what this movie is, but like after. I don't get it, right? Because you would normally think that, like, in somewhere in this company they would have like the common sense to go, you know what, maybe this isn't a good idea. Because like the amount of like how easy it is to tell that this wasn't that this was made in like a way that people are like, yeah, you know what, it's relevant songs right now. And it's also a thing of like, it seems like it was made where they had the songs that they wanted to play first, and then they're like, well, how do we play all these songs, right? And so they thought, well, what's the one song that doesn't fit in here? Rock and roll, right? And it's kind of a thing of like, why? you know um And just why? Because it seems like a thing to push some more like of mainstream pop songs, and I don't really have a thing against those songs. It's just a thing of like, why did you feel the need to make this? Why did an entire studio feel the need to create this? Why did they sink millions upon millions of dollars into this? Like, it's just why.
How are we gonna hug our way out of this one?
Did you seriously put in an Uwu character? Did you put in an Uwu character in a multi-million-dollar film? Did you really think that was a good idea? When the internet bullies anyone that does that, that does not matter. If you are a multi-million-dollar company, or if you're just some idiot on the internet, if you put that in unsatirically, then you are gonna get bullied. Like, oh my god, it's just another thing of boomer. Like, why? Because it seems like a lot of the characters in this, I thought, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. You know what'll work? An Uwu character. In 2020, in the beginning, in April of 2020, you want an Uwu character in your film, in your animated kids film. And another thing is like, okay, the villains, right? They all, in like a lot of modern kids films, they fall into the same tropes, right? So if you're to go back to something like 2010's How to Train Your Dragon, it's the movie isn't entirely about the villain, right? The villain is more of a tool used to build character development, right? While in this movie, it's more like, we gotta defeat the villain, we gotta defeat the villain, we gotta defeat the villain, right? Throughout the basically entire of the thing. And I would say, like, I'm no scriptwriter, right? I couldn't write a movie for crap. But I mean, like, you've made good movies in the past. Why can't you make good movies now? Well, that was a little bit of the trailers, I guess. Like, I don't want to use too much because I don't want to get this video taken down. But yeah, if you're like gonna see it, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know, up to you. You probably wouldn't listen to some idiot on the internet anyway, but I mean, it's just a thing of like, it seems like a lot of kids movies these days are just kind of a thing of like, well, like the kids are gonna see them anyway, and they don't really appreciate good writing. So like, why should we put in effort necessarily? Because it's still going to go on like the same tropes of friendship is good, be nice, like cliches of themes, not even real themes, right? Of friendship beats evil. I don't know, like diversity is good. Like, none of these are like wrong, right? It's just like we don't. It's just a common theme. Like, can you come up with like a more original, interesting, thought-provoking thing, right? Because like some of the greatest kids movies can also be like enjoyed by adults. Like Pixar has actually done a good job on movies like Inside Out, of where, you know, not only kids can enjoy them because they actually are, you know, enjoyable pieces of media and not just an hour-long commercial for a song made by a giant company. But I guess that's it. It's been some random idiot on the internet. I don't have anything else to say, so, well, goodbye.